single week you subject all of us to watch you stand in the middle of the ring, grab a microphone, and you say this.
One of the greatest, if not the greatest podcast. It's Brad and Daniel, the Gas Bros.
Well, The Rock says, you absolutely suck!
Hey, yo, it's Brad and Daniel, the Gas Bros. Here we are again, finally back, Friday night. We missed an episode on Sunday. Bit of a flat one for us at the Gas Bros studios after Izzy lost and missing out on tickets to the UFC here in Perth. Bit of a shit week. Ain't that right, Daniel?
Yep.
We're joined here.
I didn't know like the tickets were so much. Like, what did you say? $268 a ticket or something? Like
that was for the shittiest ticket. The biggest ticket was 4,200 or something.
That's crazy. You'd want to have accommodation or something, including that. Fucking hell.
I mean, Dana White better be down there just blowing fart bubbles in your face. And we're here joined by Mr. Roast Beef. Don't say anything yet. Got a little intro here for Jason.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah. What?
Yeah, that's me.
Mr. Jim Carrey. Mr. Jim Carrey quotes himself.
Yeah, got a beauty tonight.
Oh, what movie is that from?
It's not from a movie. It's from real life.
Ooh, I can't wait to get into that. Have you had a busy week, Jason?
Yeah, always busy.
Yeah, right. As you can tell, super flat from the weekend still. Big news in MMA with the passing of Rumble Johnson. One of the best to ever do it when it came to fighting, not when it came to making weight. Bloke started in welterweight. You remember that?
Yeah, that was crazy. Looked like a different person.
Then what? I think before he come back to the UFC, he was heavyweight, just knocking dudes out. But sad news.
I think at one point he was about 280 or something. He was massive.
Especially after he got finished.
Huge.
I think
he was an unbelievable fighter. He was a great fighter. He had some good fights. Some massive.
He fought John Jones too, but didn't he?
No. He never got to fight John Jones. They went
to. I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, the fight got cancelled. Remember because they punked it was after him and Cormier and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what I remember.
Yeah, they punked Dana White at the press conference, but they never did. But it is like what did he head kick? Fucking almost knocked out Daniel Cormier twice, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did pretty good. He just would do a couple big hits or something and be just gassed.
Yeah, I know.
That'd be it.
But everybody that wasn't named Daniel Cormier couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Remember what he did to Glover Teixeira? That one, it was just like an uppercut from hell, sent him to the other realm. Same, he went and fought Alexander Gustafsson in Sweden and sent him to the other realm. The bloody mini nog he got a hold of. That shit was wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Apart from that, UFC 281 was on Sunday. Usually we do a Sunday show, but we missed it. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it either. It was such a big letdown when one of your favourite fighters lose, especially with Izzy and the way he went out about it. It was a bitter pill to swallow.
Well, I haven't been nervous for a fight for a long time, and that whole fight, I was nervous the whole time. You're thinking, yep, 4 more minutes to go, 3 more minutes to You were counting down the minutes. I was too busy watching the minutes go down.
Yeah, he had it in the bag. That's what's the crazy part. It was 3 rounds to 1 going into that round. All he had to do was last those few minutes, and that was it. He gets clipped. It's almost Chael Sonnen-esque It would have been like that when you were a fan of his, and he's winning that fight the whole time against Silva, and and then he gets chucked in a triangle, and that's it with a couple minutes left. Like,
that's
it's heartbreaking.
That's the fight game. But I think Izzy's the better fighter. But see where Izzy doesn't have the power. Where like they're both awesome. Like obviously top tier strikers. They are. When you think of the two, they're probably the two best strikers in that division.
Yeah.
But the thing with Alex Pereira, he's got nuclear weapons in his hands.
Yeah,
and so
Izzy's more technical. Izzy's far more technical, but
but that Pereira, that's all he was doing.
Yeah,
that whole fight was just waiting to unload on one of those shots.
Yeah.
He wasn't checking kicks. He wasn't doing nothing. He was just going forward that whole fight.
I reckon like always he had to do that is like hindsight, but like honestly, just fake a takedown before he pressures. Do something in there just before that happens, just before the flurry. But obviously, because he took him down earlier in the fight. But
yeah, a lot of different things in MMA, and I think he used it well. Was like distracting that left hand.
Yeah.
So you can use your obviously in the kickboxing they're wearing gloves and the fingers aren't out, but obviously in MMA they are. And so he always was like, which is legal. You can grab onto the glove, and like every time he comes marching forward in that Muay Thai stance, he'd like grab that left hand and always disrupt. It would obviously it would sneak through, and you can't count that bloke out.
Yeah.
But
I don't know with Izzy. Like apparently his leg was he kicked him a couple of times, hurt his leg. So how much of his movement was affected towards the end of the fight? That's why he's probably backing up to the cage instead of backing up around the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, there's obviously going to be another fight between them. Who knows? Izzy said if he'll take some time off or something, but it'll probably looking at middle of next year. I'd say if Izzy comes back, I don't reckon it'll be sooner than that, unless they do it March, April. But
we started the night on fire, eh? In terms of our picks.
Yeah. No, most of the other fights went to according what they went to be. Yeah.
What did you think of Wei Li and Carla Esparza?
Oh, she's just dominated. Couldn't believe it.
Isn't it funny, like MMA when it comes to that? Because she made Carla look like she didn't even belong in there.
Yeah. Rose can't beat Carla. It makes no sense. It makes zero sense. Like, that's why MMA gets let down right there. But I don't know. It's pretty good. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you also seen your JJ said she might come back for a fight. So.
Oh, really? I think
it wouldn't be a
she
title.
Wants
that'd
to,
be just
she wants to do a couple.
Yeah.
Probably because she's running out of money.
Yeah. The thing with I like everything. Like most of them, like it's they're on the downward slope. Like they were in that other. You see that all the time. Like JJ's on a downward slope. I mean, like not taking anything away from her. Someone rattled the cage a few times. Thug Rose did it. Ever since Thug Rose got a hold of her, she's never been the same.
Yeah. Well, the fear was gone. As soon as that was it. As soon as someone seen she was human, that was it.
Same with Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it takes. It'll be interesting with Usman coming back, whether he comes back the same fighter or not. That's the big test because he still is in his prime, and he's only it was a crazy ass knockout. But some fighters just never come back the same. It could be one of them.
Have you seen all the memes about they're all come like the strikes through the Nigerian fighters? Like obviously Usman and then Izzy, and then like obviously Francis is the last one.
Yeah, John Jones will get him.
Well, I watched the Dana White conference, and he wants to do a UFC in Africa because of all the fighters that are coming out of that area.
He has to pay him less now if they're not champ too.
He does have to. He doesn't have to pay him as much.
It'd be like 5 title fights now. It's 1.
What did you make of that Dan Hooker versus Claudio?
I think Hooker was just way above and beyond his level.
Yeah, and I don't think
Hooker showed his top 5 potential. That's what it was. Like Hooker in these last couple fights, you could have argued he might have been back to that middle tier level, like what he was fighting against. But that just showed how much further he is ahead. He's a top 5 fighter. He's unbelievable.
That dude had zero for him, mate. He just didn't know what to do. He's like, what do I do? And so he just
gave up.
Yeah. And I think I sent it in the message. I said that I don't think that body shot hurt him. If it did, he put a bit of mayo on it to get out of there because he was just he had nothing for Dan Hooker.
Yeah, Hooker was too long and lanky for him. He couldn't because he tried to sink that knee bar in early, and any sort of leg attempts he had a heel hook as well. But Hooker was just too long. Like he could reach over top, and he couldn't get leverage on him.
He was
way too tall and long. If he was shorter, like literally, if he's probably like 3-4 inches shorter, hasn't got leverage. But he was too tall.
That dude was the length of his shin. He just looked like he was holding on to a shin. And then, obviously, Frankie Edgar didn't get the win. I knew that was going to happen, that's what, third or fourth, just brutal knockout in a row.
You're more just hoping for a decision, just hoping for a 3-round fight, close fight, and if he didn't win, and he goes out. But getting knocked out is just the worst way.
But it's like the same thing. It was like... he's like Father Time caught up with him, and I think it was like what was it? A knee again, like a flying knee or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember now. I know.
And then the other one was obviously Michael Chandler and Dustin Poirier. And if I said to you, picture what a Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier fight, and it's exactly what we got. He almost got him out of there in the first round. Did all right. In the second, I thought, oh, shit, he's finally using his wrestling.
Yeah.
And then, just gassed hard.
Yeah, that was... Because every punch he tries to throw, he throws with 100% force. He never throws a hook or a punch with less than 99% force. He's always going full ball. And he just gasses too quickly. If he doesn't get you out early, he's not going to get you out. I don't know. It was a pretty good fight though. It was fucking exciting as fuck. Dustin, he was landing good in the exchanges, coming in and out, but Michael was doing more damage to early on. It was a good fight though. I didn't think he'd win by fucking choking him out. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know. Neither did I. But fuck, it was close, man. Close all up until then, and then
yeah. There's calls now for left. Dustin versus Justin Gagey. So number 2 of that.
Yeah, for a second one. Yeah, number 2. Yeah. He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight Darush.
Yeah, and Oliveira is just I think they'll bring him back into the fold after the Volkanovski fight.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to see who beats Islam now, but
yeah, that's it. I reckon the Volkanovski fight will be fun. I don't have the highest of hopes. I do really, really hope he wins, but I don't think he's going to win.
I commented on a TikTok video, and it was a bit of a back and forth with some bloke because Khabib was talking shit about Volkanovski and how they were going to cut. And then I commented on there, you bring that same energy here, bud. Talk that shit here in Perth. And then some bloke was like, what, you going to jump in the cage with him? And I was like, mate, if need be, I will. I'll be Dylan Dennis down the bottom there.
Brad Dennis.
Brad getting the old flying eagle.
I reckon you'd be surprised with Volkanovski, but
I hope so.
They said that he cuts a lot of weight to get to that division. And before he was a UFC fighter, he was walking around, they were saying 250, 280 sometimes.
Yeah, wasn't he a front rower?
Yeah, he was a rugby league player.
Yeah.
And they reckon they won't, a lot of reports that I've seen is that he won't be able to handle the weight of him. I was like, I think he can.
He's had 120 kilo blokes throw him around and him tackling blokes that big. I think he knows about the weight. The weight's not an issue.
You're the rugby man, Daniel. The front rower. That's that. You played front row.
Yeah, props and that. That's your big boys taking the hits, running in.
You got Volkanovski in the front row.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't for his height, you'd be he's 155er, but he's not a tall dude. But neither is Islam. Islam's not massive, so I do hope I'm surprised. I hope he wins.
Like if we managed to get there, I would have been booing the shit out of them. I think a lot of people would have. You're messing with Volk, and then like I'm quite surprised that they're having a featherweight interim title fight down here too. Justin Emmett.
I think it's to keep the division moving. So when if Volkanovski win or lose, he says he wants to fight at both divisions. I think if he wins, I don't know if they'd give him whoever wins this fight, Emmett or Rodriguez first. But if he loses, then it automatically lines up Emmett or Yair for the straightaway title fight. Yeah, let's just keep it moving, and so it doesn't stay stale for 6 months. So then, if Volkanovski gets into a war and he's out for 6 months, they need something in the background.
I suppose it just lines up Volkanovski's next opponent. Then and
and the division's not deep. He's gone through lots of people. This is sort of two guys he hasn't. I don't know. I don't think he's fought Emmett. No, I'm pretty sure he hasn't. But Rodriguez, he definitely hasn't. So it's two guys that are fresh. Different face for the title instead of Holloway or him or Aldo.
I think that But speaking about Emmett, I thought he'd lost a couple, but obviously I was wrong.
I don't think he has a strong record. I think he is like up and down. He might be on a couple fight win streak or something. I haven't had a look myself. I don't know, but I don't know. It's just different, interesting fight to make. I mean, Rodriguez, if he wins, it's way more interesting than I think if Emmett wins. Emmett won't sell as much as what a Yair Rodriguez fight would. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting.
Have they filled out the card? Is the card done?
No, I think it's getting close. I think there's a lot of there'll probably just a lot of undercards to go and stuff on it.
So we got UFC 284.
Oh, he's only 18-2 actually, Josh Emmett.
Yeah, I just remember I thought I'd seen him lose. Who was his? Have you got his last few fights?
Oh shit! Yeah, no. So his last loss was Jeremy Stevens, which was a KO, which is an unlikely one. And, but no, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fight win streak. Calvin Kattar, Dan Ige, Shane Burgos. So yeah, Michael Johnson. He's fought some guys along the way there. So.
Yeah, I've seen the highlights of. He absolutely starched Michael Johnson.
I think what I'm thinking, because he last lost and then he had a couple wins, then a loss, then a couple wins. So that's what I like. I didn't even notice he'd won 5 in a row. So yeah, that's a good fight to make. I mean, I want Rodriguez to win just because I like he brings something different to the table.
Well, I just googled the UFC card, and they've only got 2 fights on it at the moment. But definitely Paulo Costa's and Robert Whittaker's a definite, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the name. They had the press conference here on Wednesday.
Yeah, they had him.
Volk was there as well. Did you see that kid walking up to the barrier? He's like, "You want to fight, Volkanovski?"
Oh no, I didn't see that.
He got escorted out of there.
That's
some
what
little
Jason. You want 25%, Jason. That's the stuff that you have to do. You have to get when your Gas Bros podcast T-shirt comes. You have to do that sort of stuff.
I've got a T-shirt coming. I don't know anyone else in this group that's got one not coming. Exactly. There's only one left.
Yeah.
Sad days.
Sad days. Would have been a perfect day today to have a Gas Pros podcast jumper. Yes, we do have a jumper in the store. Instagram, one link to rule them all. You know the deal. You know the score. And while you're there, buy a tank top because it's going to be hot probably in the next couple of weeks. And get the cannons out. But that's speaking of UFC Perth, obviously no tickets too expensive. I'm just going to watch it, preferably illegally. They want to charge us $250.
Go to the castle somewhere with a huge screen.
Yeah.
Well, to sit in December, Kendrick Lamar is coming to the RAC Arena, right? And to sit at the back of his concert is $325.
That's ridiculous.
Because I was going to go to it. I was going to go see Kendrick Lamar, and then I saw the price tickets in December last year. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to see that.
Jason's just in the back going, Trank.
Hold on.
Stay humble. Stay humble.
I'm surprised you knew who Kendrick Lamar was.
Oh, mate, I'm up with the times in some areas.
What's your favourite Kendrick Lamar song?
King Kunta.
Oh, don't put me on the spot like that, all right? But probably that King Kuda or whatever. Kuda.
Yeah, King Kunta.
Kunta, that's it.
He wasn't trying to say that.
The whole
He was like
King Kunta.
Daniel's favourite player is bloody King Kuda. King Kuda Feeties.
What's this Grad's having a coughing fit trying to pass off in the hosting duties.
Yeah, I was just trying to wind you guys up. I needed a cough. Did it come through?
Nah.
Yeah.
I muted it. No, I muted it. And you guys just sitting there laughing. You call yourself a coach.
Well, what's?
Yeah,
I was for people that's listening. I was trying to get them to roll it on.
Right, wind it up.
Not wind it up. Roll it up. Yeah, let's move on. No, we usually talk sports and stuff, but we do game a fair bit too. Like nearly every night when you blokes aren't in trouble. My relationship's dead in the water, so it doesn't really bother me.
I do what I want. So if I want to play, I play.
The damage is done.
Don't test me. I'll stay on every night. But yeah, what we've been playing Warzone, eh?
But the big one, like a good couple of games popped out this week. Warzone 2.0. How long's that DMZ been out? The Warzone DMZ.
Same time. They both came out Thursday.
They just out
It's
here.
only a beta too.
Yeah, for a beta, it's pretty. I reckon it's pretty awesome for a beta. Like obviously the finished product's not going to be a lot different, but if they added things and polish it off a little bit more challenges, a bit more stuff in the game, it's going to be it's fun. It's just fun to play.
Call of Duty have already come out saying that they don't want people to relate to that other game, Escape from you were talking about it last night, Escape from Thing.
Tarkov. Yeah,
that they don't want people saying it's similar to that game.
Oh, well, it's pretty hard. They're all similar games at the end of the day. Like, every game's similar when it's fucking first-person shooting.
They're like, hey, Warzone. Don't call it a battle royale.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, it is. Is it? but the only thing
it's fun.
Like, there's only
fun.
subtle differences. Like Escape from Tarkov is Call of Duty DMZ, but on hardcore mode. So Escape from Tarkov, you've got
you
no
start with
mini
nothing,
map.
okay?
Yeah, no, you take in a loadout.
Yeah.
But you actually got to build guns, put special ammo, and then you got to actually like Tetris to fit all this stuff in your bag, and then that's when you go out and you do little missions and stuff. But you honestly take the map out of DMZ, and that's Escape from Tarkov. Wouldn't you agree, Jason?
Yeah.
Have you watched Escape from Tarkov at all?
Yeah. I got a couple of people that I watch with YouTube and that, and they play a lot of that game. There's three of them.
Watch?
Hey, I don't know their names because I'm not into names, but because they just make a lot of funny videos. I've tagged you guys in quite a few of those videos. That's how much you guys pay attention.
Never seen it.
Never
seen it. I will send one directly after this podcast.
You tagging the right Daniel?
Yeah.
Either way, we got it. That game's fucking awesome. But even the third person BR as well. That's fun.
Not a big
Brad can't handle it.
I hated it. I hated every minute of it. I don't know. I just couldn't play it, man. Honestly, I couldn't play it.
Well, I was speaking to a couple of blokes today, and they're not happy with the Warzone. because of the movement. They don't like you can't slide cancel around corners.
Get over it.
Yeah. That's the first thing he said. The bloke said was, I said, the movement's really good, isn't it? It's like, yeah, give you a chance. And he's like, I can't slide cancel around corners and do these jump shots and stuff. Yeah. I was just like, you're like every other streamer, aren't you?
Trying too hard. It's a fucking shooting game. Just run around a corner and shoot a person. Why you got to slide? It's just a
I can
game,
really
like
see in a real life
dive.
battle that people are going around a corner, bloody jump shotting 360 people in real life.
And... slide cancel, flashbang. Oh, get the fuck out of here! Like it's different. Like if it's gonna have the same game, you're gonna like for the last 5 years, all we're gonna do is complain that they're making the same fucking game. It's a little bit different. There's little differences that separates it. It makes it more fun. Like it's just better. It's better for casual gamers. Like, the little subtle adjustments and even having more variability in your settings now makes it so much easier for someone just to jump on and just jump straight in. It's not all about the guns, like 100% about the guns now. So,
and that's the beauty of that the DMZ mode is like you can get that battle royale feeling, but you can also have that fun feeling of like you're playing a fucking Call of Duty game. And you're just like running around doing little missions. You got to like I was telling the bloke at work like trying to get the X feel and getting the helicopters and trying to take missile silos, and it's just not. Yeah,
well, if you get certain guns, you can unlock them, so you don't have to grind out multiplayer or Warzone to get guns anymore. If you can do a couple of things on that DMZ, you unlock the gun.
Yeah, I was getting heaps of gun levels last night just doing DMZ. Like M4 level went up like 10 levels last night. Like, it's easier to just get little things like that, and there's no like because it's mostly AI you're facing. There's a couple of people here or there, but
I was getting more weapon experience, and like you're using different guns. So when you go back to multiplayer, you're going to have those levels on those guns. So you might change your guns, like gun style, on multiplayer because of DMZ.
Yeah, you like the best bit about it. I think it was like that. Is the proximity chat. It's the funniest. Like
everyone's talking about that.
It's so much fun. So many clips everywhere. It's hilarious.
You should have like after you got off last night, Jason. We had this game and we like rocked up and we were like two buildings and they were on the roof of the other building and they were having an argument with someone else and me and Daniel rolled up on them and then we're like, hey, who's that? And they're like, oh, who's this? And I'm like, what are you doing? And then we're like, nothing. And Daniel's like, where are you? And then Daniel found one and he started pinging him on the roof.
The guy goes, first as we're pulling up, the guy's like, oh, no, we're down the bottom. We're on the second floor. And I'm going, are you sure you're not on the roof? He goes, no, we're not on the roof. So I just shot the roof. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, don't be lying.
But I can't wait to get on there tonight. But we've got to do some DMZ first. Warm us up. I reckon it's a warm up.
Yeah. The funny bit was like we were like talking to these guys and like, what are you doing? And like we're on the roof and I was like, is this you? And then like I hit him like, hey, all right. And then because obviously people heard the gunfire and stuff, we had this like sneaky little dude come down the bottom and he was hiding behind these cars and he was just had like, hey, what's going on? Just like this voice. And I was like, who's that? And he's like, oh. And then I was like, where are you? And he's like, oh, I'm around. And then like I snuck out of this door and I could see him crouch behind a car, just like doing this turning, moving, like looking around. And I said, I think I found you, bud. And I shot him and he's like, oh, hey. And then the guys in the building were like, who are you shooting at? And I said, don't worry, there's another bloody squad down here, guys.
You should have heard the one. I'll put the thing up after, but the one when we were all playing and you couldn't hear the guy, like after you just went down and they're going, Luca, where is he? And that's when I went to you, Jason. I'm like, they're here, Jason. They're here. And they're like, who's talking? Yeah. Like whispering, right? After you went and they're going, he's going, Luca, he's over here. All right, Luca, go up there. And I just turned around, I was like, don't worry about it, Luca. And they lost it. And they straight away go, well, you know our name now. We have to kill you. That's what they took off. It's just fun. Man. Like, yeah, it's great.
The one that when we went, shh, stay still. And the guy goes, yeah, stay still. And then just starts shooting at us.
It's the funniest thing. Like, obviously PUBG. I think many other games have had it. Like PUBG had it from like back in the day. But yeah, God, oh man, it is the funniest stuff.
It just adds
like
another
that,
layer of fun.
Yeah, and then we were in the boat in that third person mode, and then you hear like the horn of the cars, like no, and then they're just like,
no, that was the boat horn. I was doing the horn,
yeah,
and then that car came out of nowhere because I didn't see it until I watched your video, and then the car's like coming down the hill, and they're like, no, yelling at us and shit.
It sounded like they're going like,
yeah, but did you guys like? I was because you were driving, Daniel. I turned around and there was a truck not long after that trying to do the same thing
on the left side.
Yeah.
we came across something. We should have went back.
Yeah, it's like so many. I seen a video today, and he's like, the dude was just like, he could hear him. He was like either in the building across from him. He's like, hey, like it's the thing you do. It's like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I don't know the map, man. I don't know the map. Just leave me be.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And he goes, meet me out in the street. I'll drop my gun. We'll throw hands. And he's like, you sure? Can I trust you? And he goes, yeah. And then he goes, hey, DeMarcus, come meet me out in the street. We're going to fight this bloke.
Yeah. Shoot this guy in the chromodome.
Yeah, shoot this guy in the chromodome. And then they had like a full-on like hand-to-hand combat fight. And then in halfway through it, obviously a third party rocked up, and then they were like, quick, team. But I don't know. Did I send you the video of Tim the Tap Man? So obviously the gulag's changed, and it's a 2-on-2 basis.
You shoot the jailer.
Yeah, but if you shoot the jailer, all 4 of you get out.
They'll fix that soon. They'll make it.
I don't like. I think they threw it in there because, like, yeah, obviously it makes people go like, "Oh, what the hell?"
Well, it does make games last longer if all 4 of them get out. Like, yeah.
Well, I've won more gulag this Warzone 2.0 than I did the last Warzone already.
I think I've only lost 1.
It's because
like 6 or 7.
Because the other dude's carrying you, Jason. It's not just 1-on-1.
No.
2v2
I've been getting
great.
the kills. I've been getting the kills.
The
last time I was in there, I killed both people.
Yeah, I got the squad wipe. I uploaded it on like my YouTube and TikTok and all that stuff today. Where I got like, I didn't even know, like, just got like random claymores just popping around. That was the game, Daniel. You went.
Yeah,
off,
I heard you.
Yeah,
boys. Yeah.
And then like I just threw the claymore. I've never got a claymore, a C4 kill in my life in this game, and I just threw it, and it just like splurted on the floor like it's just a flaccid penis, and he just ran into it, and I was just like, "Oh, you're dead, mate." But yeah, so like I've just got. What do you like the? You got any like so far? I don't think probably just the looting at the moment. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just hard to get used to. Like that's my only really con about it so far.
I don't know. Like picking up stuff like takes a little second, but I think if you just run through the places, all those shelves are looted up now. So like all you got to do is run through the houses, and you're picking up tons of loot. You know, so other stuff you look out for, like the extra stuff, different guns and things like that. But otherwise, you know, ammo and all that other stuff. If you just run through a house, you're going to pick up heaps.
Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. Like you got to go to the shelves and medicine cabinets to get your stims and stuff. It's like
I was getting $200 every time I went up to a piece of clothing in that DMZ.
Yeah. You just loot their clothes and stuff, eh? It was crazy. Just like
trust you to strip another man.
I can't say anything to that.
You just walk into the building and Jason's just frisking a dead man.
Don't mind me.
Where's your cash? Where's your cash?
I can get $80 for these.
I just walk in the room with a gun and I just like, and just slowly back out of the room. Have you got any cons yet, Jason?
On what?
Call of Duty Modern.
No, I love all of it. I reckon it's great. Like completely different. They brought back Shoot House on the multiplayer, and I reckon, like, you know how they always bring back a couple of maps, like for every Call of Duty. This Shoot House map, they've done it up so well, and I think it's awesome.
Which one?
So when I'm not playing with you guys, I'll be playing that one map. Because that's what when I started getting into gaming again, like back in the day, that was the map, and like that's how I was prestiging. It was just constantly using that one map. So
yeah, I don't remember the map. I'll have to have a look.
I do. I sort of. I've got like a picture of it in my head, but they've like each Call of Duty's got their own. Like obviously Nuketown and Modern Warfare's had like Shoot House and stuff. And I'm trying to. It's hard for me to distinguish. I'll have to have a look at it. But I assume that I'll probably be like, oh yeah, I remember that one.
Well, it took me a couple of seconds to realize, like, I'm going, this isn't Shoot House. And then I went around a couple of corners and did like a lap of the map. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. Way better than the way they had it set up.
Yeah.
So, domination on that map, you're looking at 40, 50 kills plus.
Yeah. Fucking domination.
One of the things about like domination and like that and hardpoint, have you been seeing the TikToks of them recently? And it's the Batman sound, and it's just like my teammate, and he's like 43 kills, 1 death, 33 seconds on the hard point, and then he's just like, and and there's obviously the thing is like, hey, I forgot to thank you, and then it's just the dude that's cross-eyed, and he's got like 9 kills, 33 deaths, but 5 minutes on the hard time, and he's like, and you won't have to. I've seen so many of them today, man. It's hilarious. It's good. Like Call of Duty has, I think, has changed the game, man, in terms of like battle royales and stuff. They really
in the past it has. It's been in a lull for a while. I reckon this might be another step back towards COD. There's nothing to compete at the moment. There's nothing.
Well, when you've got all the streamers hating it, you're onto something good.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's the crowd favorite. It's fucking because streamers hate anything that the casual gamers like.
Yeah,
it's for the casuals again. That's what I reckon.
Yeah,
but
and they've slowed the movement down to make it even.
My only gripe with it is I keep getting kicked back to the main menu. Other than that, like it's not even a big deal. It's just an annoyance. Like other than that, this is my favorite COD. I can't remember when.
Yeah,
I reckon it's my favorite one since back in the day.
That's the only like the menu's buggy, and that's about it.
Yeah, but that comes with time. That will fix that pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly. All that will get fixed. Like,
give it a couple of weeks and it'll be fixed.
It's not even a deterrent to stop me from playing. Like every game last night we backed out. I was in the main menu. I still jumped back in. I didn't bother me.
Yeah, but we can't even join a social
Yeah, that's the part that's annoying. Yeah.
So we'll probably get on there tonight. There's probably be a little bloody update and it'll be fixed.
Yeah,
hopefully. Well, the amount of people that wouldn't have known what to do, they were fucking,
Yeah, well, the couple of blokes I spoke to at work today, they were freaking out because they were on Xbox and PC, and they couldn't even do it.
Yeah,
interesting.
Like they said, we couldn't play without friends
because of the game-based thing, but also the channel thing on the side. I've seen that on TikTok. Someone put that up there. If you make a channel.
Yeah, but we couldn't even do that on the PlayStation last night. But the guys at work on the Xbox and the PC, they were still able to do the channels.
Yeah,
so
maybe that's what
I couldn't even bring up the social menu.
Yeah, mine was just saying fetching online profile every time I pressed on it.
I noticed even the the edit your call card thing or something was doing the same thing as well.
Yeah, that's like it's just an annoyance. It's nothing.
But if if that's your biggest grievance, then the game's pretty fucking good because it's not like we're saying, oh, the map shit or the guns are shit or the whatever else, the battle pass is shit. Like that's interesting now as well.
Yeah, well, it's like you went away from Zone, and like I would play it every now and again. When I would play it every now and again, on and off, and like with the they had some pretty big operator skins come in, and you missed out on them, like Snoop Dogg. You had Bruce Willis, well, obviously John McClane, because
I had that one.
Did you? The 80s, like the 80s.
So as you're killing people, right, and you like get a double kill or a triple kill, he goes yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And then you throw a mind, and it's another couple of his quotes. Like he always quoting as you're playing as Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I had obviously Ghostface from the Scream movies. That was a pretty good skin.
That was everyone had that one. I've seen that everywhere.
And then I got the Godzilla skins and stuff. But I think I got the Snoop Dogg. The Snoop Dogg was pretty funny. Couldn't believe you had like Snoop Dogg running around.
Yeah,
So it'll be
you spent
interesting.
money on those things. You wish you could at least bring, like, you have the option of bringing 1 or 2 skins with you.
Yeah. And
Because
like,
now
I
you're not gonna. If this game's so good, you're not gonna go back to the other Call of Duties, are you?
I've deleted it already. What are you talking about? But like I was explaining to the bloke at work, they've pinched a few things. Obviously, the battle pass for 2.0 is very Fortnite-esque. It's like, I think Apex will probably go down that route as well, where you get to choose your rewards. Like, so obviously on Warzone 2.0, it goes from A1 all the way up to like A20 or A25 or something. And then in each one of those is 4 or 5 different rewards, and then you got that big one at the top.
I think it makes it good because it's like, if you know you're not going to play enough to unlock everything, you can just you get to pick and choose your way through to the stuff you want to unlock.
Yeah,
it's definitely
that was straight from Fortnite. But that's what I liked about Fortnite's Battle Pass. You could actually, out of the thing, you're like, oh, I want to grab the fucking skin first. I don't want to wait and grab like a little gun skin. And
they still force you into that like certain pages where you have to buy the whole thing to unlock the one thing you want. But other than that, I agree. It's better because like, I don't know if I'll play enough to literally unlock everything, but if I can get to those middle couple of those skins towards the end, which are pretty fucking awesome, I wouldn't mind.
I don't know. I didn't think like I'd get to what the level that we're at on Fortnite.
No way.
So maybe if we do a lot of the like that DMZ, maybe we'll get a few experience points. But like I forgot. But yeah, you obviously get the little tokens to do.
Yeah, but I think you get like a max amount a day, don't you?
Of the 25% experience tokens.
No, I meant the Battle Pass tokens.
Oh, I don't know. Jason,
they have specials on too. So, like, if you want to buy a couple of tokens or a couple of levels, they go half price in that. Like some weeks, like, the weekends where you get double experience, double weapon experience. 9 times out of 10, they'll put those tokens on half price. So instead of costing 150 COD points, they'll be like 100 COD points, 75 COD points.
Yeah.
So you're buying 2 levels for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Just to get you over the line,
I forgot that Call of Duty does that. It has the old double experience weekends. So that'll be from tonight as well.
It should be one this weekend, really, because they didn't have it last weekend because it came out. It should be this weekend or next weekend. They'll have it straight away.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's pretty good.
Let's go play some Warzone.
Yeah, well, pretty much we'll wrap it up there anyway because I had my little list. I've got through it. I think it's fairly decent.
There's one more thing on that list.
Jim Carrey.
First and foremost, before we finish on Jason's quote, thanks to anybody. Thanks to old Gas Daddy Lane Mippy, the original OG. If you want to do that, head to our Instagram. Follow the links. There's heaps of stuff there. We got a merch. Jason has purchased a shirt, so he'll be able to give you an update in the coming week or so, let you know how great it actually is. I'm wearing one right now, and it is a quality shirt. I think I got in trouble for wearing it too much. But on the Instagram, one link to rule them all.
I see Daniel's shirt's pretty plain.
Yeah.
Hey?
It is.
That's true.
He's just imagining it's there.
If you look real close, a certain angle.
We have, what's his name? Our own custom shirt. So if you're a fan of Daniel, you can get By All Reports. You can get the By All Reports shirt. It's called the shirt is called The Herdsman.
Reports. Did I say that tonight? I don't even know how to say it.
But By All Reports.
COD's pretty good.
Yeah. There's the All the Pipes shirt. So when Jason nails one, maybe we'll get a Jim Carrey quote shirt.
What do you mean when I nail one? I come on here and I bring out bangers.
Bangers, do you? Who are you, bloody DJ? Forgotten the name already. Don't even worry about it.
DJ Legend. You can call me that.
Jason Trumpet.
I was thinking of. I had an old school DJ that old bloody Craig David did a song. And it goes like that. Selector, rewind. Do you remember that song?
Fucking Craig David. You're his biggest fan.
Well, I've been sick, man. The flu in Perth is fucking nuts. I've been sick for like 3 weeks. It's a joke. Can't wait to get over it. All right, so we'll wrap it up there. All the pipes: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify.
You always forget Spotify, and it's like the biggest
one. What's his name? I'll talk to you more about it. But what we use here, we can actually start to go direct from here. The videos, we can actually do video episodes on Spotify now from here.
Yeah,
so look, just keep an eye on that. Gas Bros podcast on YouTube, Instagram. We've got the Gas Bros Studios. That's what we're in right now. You can't see it, everybody, but it's a flash studio.
It looks great from the background.
And that's it. Hit the link, come on Patreon. You get a shout out like Lane every week. And on that note, Jason's going to unfurl his
scroll,
a long piece of his scroll. That's what I was looking for, the scroll, and it's just going to have Jason's quote.
Well, all right. Well, this is a thinker, so you guys might have some feelings after this one. All right? Exactly. All right, you ready? You can foul at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
Was that a baseball analogy? Did you say foul out?
Yeah, okay. Do it again for us.
You can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance.
He was saying fail. He was saying fail. I swear he said foul. You can
Fail. Dude, you stuffed it up. Bloody end the podcast. We're done. One of the greatest ones I've done so far.
Well, what you need to do, you need to practice.
I wrote it down.
Right?
I wrote it down.
This is what it's...
All I take from that is you can suck at something, but you might as well not suck at something and do something else.
Well, that's what he's been saying, mate. He's saying what he's like. It's hard to get to.
Yeah.
This is my core beliefs. Look, this is look, here we go, right? Here's a quote for you. This is straight off the dome, okay? And it's just like, you're not going to cross the ocean by standing on the beach and looking at it. And that's exactly what...
You guys, what the fuck is this? He's staring at the ocean.
What about this one?
You might as well live in a fucking lighthouse.
Okay. What about this one? The first step towards getting somewhere is deciding you're not going to stay where you are.
Yeah, because you're on a beach. You're not going anywhere.
I was about to say that. You're staring at the ocean, so you're not going to take that step forward.
Yeah, but it's a deep... Like, mine had more meaning to it than yours.
Well, mine came straight from him, all right? I'm just quoting what he's saying, all right?
All right, I've got a quote for you.
Oh, here we go. We're going to have next fucking 20 minutes of quotes.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.